I thought so too, but my house, they shred all that stuff. But they tell me she went out there too far. They butchered them crazy in front of her house. Which they got to. I mean, that's it. But look right here. I know y'all going up into the water.
No, I don't know who you were talking to.
Okay.
Just the engineer. I don't know.
someone to work with on it. Let the Lord receive this meeting and have everyone organized and ready to whatever they have to do. And let that be a pleasing and receptive meeting that we can accomplish stuff. And let everyone agree on everything that we got to second. Amen.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1, approval of the agenda.
Mayor, I do have something on that. I asked for something to be on the agenda with Mr. Wesley. He contacted me and asked me to put it on the agenda. I sent an email, unsure why it was not on there with Wesley Loshner. He contacted me, asked me to put his name on the agenda. He wanted to come and be on the meeting, so not sure why he was not, why that was not added.
Because it was asked to go ahead and put it as a civil service item, and the civil service with Mr. Larceny has already been discussed and already been decided in court, so I didn't think there was any further need to go and rehash it again.
Okay. Mr. Jonathan, and this is me just asking, whenever a council asks to put something on the agenda, how does that go?
The mayor has the discretion to control what's on the agenda. And also, you know, that's, Mr. Larceny is represented by counsel.
Okay.
As litigation, you know, we can't discuss something like that without his counsel being present.
Okay. And he was the one who contacted me then. That's why I was asking. I didn't have an explanation of why. Okay.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I move.
Moved by Mr. Hammond,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Mike. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
At the last meeting, I had forgot to appoint the current department heads, and I'll do so at this time. Finance, Ms. Anita. Police Department, Mr. Mike. Beautification, Mr. Torrey. Fire Department, Mr. Frank. And Street Department, Mr. Daniel. So those are going to be the department heads from here on out. Item 2.
Go ahead.
Item 2, approval of the minutes of the regular meeting, July 8th, 2026.
With that being said, just quick question. Rondell, you're the city manager, the sewer director, and safety director, correct?
Yes.
Would it be beneficial for us to put another sewer director, sewer personnel? I mean, it's your number 2 guy, Brian, I don't want to say his name, but,
That should be done months ago.
say it again?
I asked for that to be done months ago, and you said it wasn't an agenda item, so we didn't do that.
Well, now we're talking about it because he's the discussing head of the department. So would that be something that y'all want to do as for putting him there? I mean,
Not on the agenda.
well,
Now, you can't put it if it's not on the agenda. You'd have to put it on the agenda for the next meeting.
well, can you put it on there and send this Mr. what's his last name? Mr. Thomas a letter to come to the next meeting?
Right,
Thank you. Bryce Thomas.
All right, we'll go to delegations. Anybody that wants to. What is that again?
We need a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Motion and second to approve the minutes of the regular meeting.
I make that motion.
Motion by Ms. Anita.
Second.
Second by Mr.
Mr.
Mike.
Daniels second.
Oh, Daniel, you did? Okay, I'm sorry. Moved by Ms. Anita, second by Mr. Daniel. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Okay. Item 3, delegation, 5-minute limit. Anybody that wants to address the council at this time? Mr. McKay?
Hello, everybody, from Marksville. Believe most of you know me.
Mr. McKay, can you come to the podium, please?
Podium.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm trying not to take up too much of your time. Over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my name is Dan McKay. I've been an attorney in Bunkie for over 40 years. I consider Voyles Parish my home, and I'm running for Congress. The district includes 24 parishes, so if you don't see a lot of me, I'm trying to cover 24 parishes. I love this parish. I want my parish friends and neighbors to support me. Ask for your support. I'll say a couple of things that are political, if I may, that I stand for. I want to get us out of the war in Iran because it's running up, it's running up gas prices, but it's running up everything else. Because consumer goods that we buy every day at the grocery store or wherever are run up because they come here on trucks, but use gas and diesel to make it simple. Another thing we got to do is major Medicaid cuts are going into effect in November of this year from the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. They threaten our rural hospitals, the Wallace Hospital, Bunkie General, and approximately 20 hospitals in the 5th District are threatened by those Medicaid cuts. These rural hospitals serve all of us, not just people that are on Medicaid. So we need to fix that. Those are a couple of things I stand for. If you want to know where I am, that tells you a lot of what I stand for. And I'm always available. You can always approach me. Talk to me after the meeting or anytime. Call me at my office in Bunkie, and I'll be glad to talk to you in detail. Thank you very much, Mayor, Council. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your hospitality.
Okay, Mr.
Thank you,
Daniels.
sir. Reverend Gilbert?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Several months ago, we asked the city to assist us in writing a letter to a property owner that is next to the church, the Jones family. And the request of that letter was basically to emphasize to that family the liabilities that exist as a result of the trees and things in there that does affect the church. And so I think the end result of that was that a letter was to be written from the city to the property owner. But maybe it can be explained, but the way the letter was written, it didn't seem to emphasize the liabilities for us. So all it said basically was that the city of Marksville agrees with you, the property owner, in selling the property to the St. John Church. So we're requesting once again, is it possible for the city to send a letter of concern by St. John Church in reference to the liabilities that exist with that little 3/4 acres that is right adjoining next to the church? So back with the same request. I did get a letter from, I think that's the city attorney, but the letter did not, to our understanding, emphasize those things that could cause possible damages. And so all we're asking for is a little help to try to convince the neighbor that, there's some liabilities involved and maybe they may want to sell it, but then if we don't point out the problems that exist or that could happen, then, we've got bigger problems.
Reverend Gilbert, what liability would you want us to go ahead and bring up that could possibly
Okay, well, I'm
go ahead and
saying that our parking lot is right next to the property line. There are trees there. Those trees limbs fall, and if they fall on cars, then we got a problem. In addition to that, you might not say it's a liability, but those trees there, they cause damage to the building structure in terms of the steeple and other things that we've got to take care of to keep that clean and keep that from deteriorating.
Reverend Gilbert, if you'd like, I can prepare another letter to send to him, and I'll get in touch with you and let you review it before, if that's what the council.
Yeah, we have no problem with that. I mean,
Well,
but I don't think, we can force them.
no, it's not the forced issue, but it's just put in.
We are simply asking the city
Yeah,
to
he can-
share
he can-
with them, which might make an impression to say that.
He can prepare a letter and show it to you.
All right.
And if you're okay with that, we'll forward that to the landowners.
I'll send it to you before.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else, delegations?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Candace Rochelle. This is Emma Rochelle. We own a business, Bayou Elite Athletics. We were located in Mansura, and we are wanting to change our locations to the Tunica Village Shopping Center beside Harvest Foods. We opened last year in June, and so we've made 1 year this summer. And like I said, we're trying to get our location moved to here in Marksville. So we submitted an application, and we would just like to see if we can get it approved.
Yes, ma'am, we have it here. That's on 229 Tunica Village.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The council just has to go ahead and approve it and to get it done for you.
Oh, okay,
I'll make the
great.
motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Thrills, second by Ms. Anita. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Okay, no problem.
Great, thank y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Just come by City Hall tomorrow and pick up your occupational license, and there's a $50 fee.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Tyler?
Good evening. First of all, a belated congratulations to all who won their elections. I congratulate all of you and hope you all do a very good job here for the city of Marksville. Here on behalf of a new committee that we formed, the Avoyles Courthouse Light Up Foundation. This foundation was formed to provide a more formal committee to proceed with the traditional lighting of the courthouse as well as activities surrounding the event. Our officers are the President, Stevie Tilson. I'm the Vice President. My wife, Julie, is the Secretary. Gail Gross is the Treasurer. We have associate members, Jamie Wiley, Van Roy, Wilbert Carmouche, Mark Borrell. Our vision is to continue an Avoyles tradition, annual Avoyles tradition, to welcome in the holidays that Avoyles Parish has with progressive illumination of the courthouse and surrounding grounds. Now, the capital we will raise through a private partnership, just as we did last year. And we're asking for assistance with local municipalities as well. We're a little behind our time frame. We had some issues, but we're moving now. We're moving forward and aggressively soliciting donations and logistics assistance through the police jury as well as the city of Marksville. We also requesting vendors as we did last year. So what we're looking at is basically the same support that we did last year. We're looking for assistance with security, police, shutting off the roads. This will be on November the 28th. November the 28th from 4 until 8 o'clock in the evening. It is a Saturday. We're also looking for other things too, to again improve the experience for the parish. Again, it is the Avoyles Parish Courthouse, Marksville. we get that sometimes. We're looking at next year the possibility of putting a permanent Christmas tree on the grounds of the courthouse. We're working with Mark, and Mark is working with other folks to see if that can make that happen. We're also looking at a more permanent lighting on the top of the courthouse, as we're getting with some vendors on that, so we can have year-round illumination. So you have a holiday, different holidays, we can light it up for that particular holiday. So we're looking to do that like one at a time, like one thing at a time, one major thing. Also the atrium, we're looking to open the atrium back up so we can have the trees in there again. get local businesses to sponsor a tree. Great experience for the holidays. I did talk to the register of voters. That is an early voting day on November the 28th for runoffs. So we talked to him. We'll do the same thing as last year, because last year we had the same thing. We had a runoff during that time frame. So we'll be looking at only blocking half Ogden Street instead of the full, so there will be access to get into the courthouse. So all this takes funding, participation, so we're asking individuals and organizations alike for their assistance in making it happen. With the police jury and the Marksville City Council approval, we plan to have an informal meeting on August 19th at Broken Wheel Brewery, 5:30 in the evening, to solicit ideas and funding alike, and you have that in front of you. We thank you in advance for your consideration and approval of this project, and look forward to a great holiday season with our endeavor. I think it's a great day at 96, 97 degrees to bring up a Christmas lighting. So again, we're asking for your approval, or I should say contingent on you discussing it, of course.
I want to thank you for carrying on this great committee, this tradition, and the committee that has been formed, and good luck to y'all. We wish you well.
Thank you.
It's a great tradition.
Thank you. And once again, it's going to be a
And
more
we're going
formal one.
to expand it. It's
Yeah.
going
And
to
that's all
get
we want
bigger
to
and
do.
better.
Right. Any questions, comments?
Yes, Tom. Last year, did the mayor council in the city make a donation to the group last year? Do you recall?
I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I didn't really handle
No, we did
that
not.
portion. I don't remember.
We did not.
But we're
So-
definitely soliciting for
The
donations.
chairman
this year.
at the time said that they had enough money at the time that they didn't need us to make a donation at that time.
Yes, and this year it's.
So-
I'll counter that and say, yeah, we need some money.
Okay,
It's a
so,
rebuilding.
so if we give money to all the other organizations that's doing something, I think it would be only fair for us to give y'all the same, and I mean, if the council approve, I would like to say 1500 to 2,000.
One question.
Yes, sir.
It came up in some discussion that the extra money that y'all had left over was a question of what was gonna be done with it. The money that you collect for that specific reason, is that gonna be
Goes
kept
right-
in that fund and
Yes.
dedicated just for the lighting of the courthouse?
Yes, it is a
It's not gonna
dedicated
be any
fund.
discussion of putting it and giving it to somebody else?
No, it is a dedicated fund. We've set up a 501c, a nonprofit. We have an account under that, the foundation at the Cotton Port Bank. And
2,000.
by all means, if you'd like to look at it, we have no problem with that. We sent out a letter to the previous donors from last year requesting funds. And in the letter, we specifically said that is what exactly what this the funding is going to, nothing else. You won't see me ride around in a new truck.
And if I recall correctly, last year, didn't some of the business owners keep their shops open?
Yeah, some did,
Yeah,
and we're going to be looking at that as well. We're also going to be looking, talking to some of the owners of buildings and see if they can spruce it up for the holidays. We can get that done. But again, we want it to be a progressive thing every year. Something new will pop up every year.
And if the business owners open, that will also help them
Yes,
with
it will.
revenue and sales tax.
Yes, it will. I think there's an LSU football game. Arkansas plays that evening, so we'll try to get a TV up there as well. Make sure we have that.
Would y'all want to agree to 15 or 2,000?
I'll make a motion, get a second.
I'll make the
I'll
motion,
make the motion for 2,000.
and I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Franklin, second by Mr. Jordan. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All right, Ty.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Tom.
Got a Kate again.
Okay, anybody else, delegation? Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. For the month of July, we had a total of 844 responses in the parish. Out of that, 656 was emergencies with 188 non-emergencies. Parish-wide average response time of 14:26, which an average of 27.6 patients a day. In the Marksville area, we had 165 calls out of that 844. We attended several community outreach events this past month, including some stuff with the Moorville Fire Department, the Vols Arts and Music Festival. We did some back-to-school bashes, giving out school supplies, and we are getting ready to gear up for football season.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, item 4, city engineers report. And Marcus, while you're up there, News Channel 5 is here, and I think they're here for item number 5 about the city increasing the water rates. And I don't think I brought that up, or any of the council members brought that up, but I think you had a reason for discussing that you sort of explained to me.
Yes, sir.
Of why you wanted to discuss that.
That's correct.
But I just want the public to know that the mayor and the council is not looking at increasing water rates.
Yes. Yeah, so that was me that put that on the agenda, and it was a bit of a misunderstanding on my part, to be perfectly honest. What I really wanted to do was present some findings that we found from doing a little audit on your sewer and water rates. So we want to look at what you've been spending over the last 5 years, what you've been bringing in, and just give you a snapshot of what that looks like. I've got a little presentation that'll show some good quick visuals for you to see. And one of the reasons we did that is I think most everybody here knows that we're pretty involved with the water and the sewer and all your utilities, between working with Rondell, working with Buckles, and Miss Christie. And we always run into the same problem. We got problems, but we don't have the money. So we kind of took it upon ourselves to look at this for you guys, present it, let you stew on it, and decide if there's anything that you want to do, if you need to do anything at all. But we just want to present the facts to you so you can make an informed decision in the event you need to. Okay? All right. So again, that was on me. I apologize for that confusion. Before we go into that, I want to touch on a few updates. I've got about 5 updates on some projects that we're working on. We'll run through right quick, and then I'll get into the spiel on not the rates, but on the utility funds. Okay, so my first one is our street project. That is the project that we received some grant funds for, and we had a pre-construction conference on that. We should see that project starting this month. It's supposed to start mid-month. We did not hear from the contractor this week, but it's on schedule to start this month. Next one is our LWI Bayou Pre drainage project. Kind of same old story, guys. We're still working on that H&H analysis. We're due to submit it August 14th. We're continuing to work on the plans. We've got our plans at about 20% complete right now. Another item that came up over the last couple of months was the purchase of some new water meters. We've helped y'all amend some grants that you have through the CWEF and the LGAP. We're waiting on those amendments to get approved, but once we get that, we'll notify Ms. Christie and Rondell that y'all can move forward with those ordering those meters. You won't get all of them, but you'll get as much as you can with the money you have. Next is the water sector application. So probably I think it was last year, we submitted a funding application to the water sector program for the emergency water well rehab. We have now been notified that the state did not fund that program. So the program now still exists, but it has no money in it. So for right now, that project's just dead in the water. All right, and then last on my updates here is our capital outlay request. If you remember, we applied for some street improvements. That has been funded in some fashion. I'm not quite sure, so I have to get with our representative, Dizitel, and find out exactly how's that money going to shake out and what exactly we need to do for it. But just know that we were successful in getting some money for that. That was 3 roads: Airport Road, West Waddell Street, and a section of Curry Moore Road. Okay? Any questions on any of that?
The project on Holy Ghost, the Preston Street deal, that's finished?
I saw something the other day that said the road was open.
The road is open.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's open.
But the city promised to replace or reposition the graves.
No,
City
it was in the
relocated.
deal, the city, not the state.
Oh, okay. With the,
With the grave that turned over from the water, from the water flushing into the graveyard. They say it had a deal with the city, constituency.
No, that, as far as I remember, that never came, up. As far as, the graves itself being repositioned, that never came up, but as, I mean,
That's the responsibility of the Diocese of Alexandria that owns the Holy Ghost graveyard and also owns St. Joseph.
yeah, that never came up
It's
with
not ours.
us.
So our part on that was we relocated our water line and our sewer line.
Correct,
prior
already
to
state-
DOT
correct.
constructing their
Yeah, that
project.
looks good.
Yeah, but as for anything else, Mr. Demme, you know, we didn't have any, other discussions about graves. No.
Okay.
No, I mean, if we need to speak with somebody about it, I mean, that we have to we'll have, I guess later. But we ain't, as far as I know, I'm here.
Yeah, we didn't go into that.
So the diocese responsibility for,
Yes, sir.
Both graveyards, Holy Ghost and St. Joseph.
okay.
Okay, all right, no more questions on those? All right, so I'll move on to what I'm calling our water and sewer utility rate study, which essentially is just a review of your funds and to compare what your expenses are versus your revenues. So what we did, we reviewed the city's audited financial statements for the water and sewer systems over the last 5 years. And we looked at a cash basis. In other words, we didn't consider depreciation. We took the grants out. We tried to look at, what do we spend every year to maintain this system and what revenue do we get in? So what we're showing for each system, we're showing how operating revenues compare to operating expenses and debt service, the day-to-day costs of running the utility. And why this matters, because the state law requires that utility funds should be self-supporting. And the system's financial condition also affects your annual grade that you get from LDH every year. So that's the importance of this. So just some regulatory context, there's a Louisiana law that says you have to be self-supporting. That's my first note here. The next one is the LDH annual grade. They come in every January, you submit the data to them, they look at it, that goes into one of the 7 categories of your grade. And then the last thing on here is Louisiana Rural Water Association guidance. So LRWA usually will come in and do a rate study for a town. When they do that, they put a 15% sustainability factor on top of that. So what they say is, look, here's what you need to be able to be whole. Your operating expenses equals your revenues. You should have some money on top of that for the unforeseen issues that arise, and that's 15%. So you'll see I incorporate that in here. That number can move wherever you want it, but that's just a threshold to keep in the back of your mind. So this right here is the 5-year operating revenues for the water system. And what to take away from here is you can see it's increasing. All right, so that's good. Our revenues are going up. In 2023, we did a rate increase. It was the first increase in years from what I remember. In fact, most of y'all, I think, were here. We increased the revenues at the beginning of 2023. So that's why you see these revenues go up a little bit, and then we get something more consistent over here. 1.4, 1.4 again. So the rate increase worked, and it served its purpose. All right, so I want to show you this would be expenses. Kind of the same trend. It's going up. We all know everything went up since COVID. It's just a steady increase. So I'll back up real quick. Over the 5 years, our rates increased 15.5%. Over the 5 years, our expenses increased 16.8%. So a little higher, a little quicker than our revenues are going up. Okay, this would be a comparison of where you land every year. So what this little golden box is, that's your debt service. So I just added that on top. So you can see that's your your revenues and your operating expenses. You can see in 2023 when we implemented that rate increase, things started looking a lot better. They held up fairly well, but we're getting kind of stagnant these last 2 years. So this was 2023, 2024, 2024, 2025. So again, you can see we're near break even on these two. A shortfall of about $20,000 on this last year. So you guys just keep in mind that number can move. That number may not be perfectly accurate. There's a lot of data in those audits that we try to look at. Okay, so that is the water system. I'm gonna run through the same analysis on the sewer. You can see a big increase on the sewer. So we had our revenues were low, we were in a bind. We said, guys, we've got to raise the rates. We did that. We saw a nice increase in our revenue of 55.9%. Okay, that's revenue. Go to expenses, same trend. It's just going up. Everything's going up. 65%. So again, our revenues aren't quite keeping up at the same rate as our expenses. I'll repeat that. Revenues went up 55.9%, expenses went up 65.2%. Here's just a snapshot of what that looks like. Breaking even, we did okay. No, I'm sorry. Green is revenue, so we broke even, we lost, probably had some big expense, and then you can see we got our rate increase, we were holding our own, and then now, this last sort of year, about breaking even, about a $10,000 shortfall. So, guys, what this says is last year, on your water and sewer, you're about broke even. There's not much room for any unforeseen items that come up over time.
Marcus.
I'd like to point out that even though you get your bill together for the sewage and water, they both have to be self-supported. You can't borrow from one fund to go ahead and help the other one that's having a problem.
Per state law.
They both have to go ahead and be self-supported.
I agree.
But hopefully, our water meters are 16 years old now, the first ones that we put in. And some of them are not giving us correct readings, and we're having problems with them. Hopefully, with the new water meters that we anticipate on getting, it's going to go ahead and change things around, that everything's going to come back to where it was, and we won't have the problem. But I just want to go ahead and say again, I don't have any intentions, and I know the council members don't have any intentions at this time to go up on rates.
Understood.
And the council can speak for themselves. I'm not trying to speak for the council, but I don't know of any of them that are looking at doing that.
Okay.
I don't know if you can answer this question, but maybe somebody here, Rondell or somebody, what has caused our expenses to go up, to have that increase?
I think it's a lot of things.
Prices, pumps after COVID, pumps went up, the sewer, water meters went up, and we changed from the older water meters to a digital, or we pass by and read them. And when I do my report tonight, I'm asked y'all to go to a cellular, and it's just keeping up with time.
And also, Mr. Habit, AWC has gone up on the rates because of the chemicals that we treat of the wells, that the water coming out of the wells. You got to treat them for manganese and different things that you have to inject chemicals in the water system. So AWC has gone up, so that they pass that on to Marksville, to where we have to pay more for water. Every month we're paying from $60,000 to $70,000 that we have to pay to AWC, and in that is the increase of the chemicals that they're treating the water that comes out of the ground at the wells in Oldenburg. So that has caused the increase also. That's part of it.
A couple of the things that I keep hearing in different towns or water systems all is sewer pumps. The pump that Rondell used to buy for $5,000 now costs $10,000-$15,000. And chemicals. The chemicals are just really high. And I mean, there's other things, but that's the common theme I keep hearing is pumps, just as Rondell suggested, and the chemicals. I'm sure there's a lot of other things. I mean, I know with us, construction costs, is 50-60% or so up from what we saw pre-COVID.
And the water is tested regularly, so the tests have gone up also.
Everything. So guys, that's where we're at. Your systems, your utility funds are near break even. Of course, that moves back and forth every year. Expenses are rising faster than revenues, and then if this does become an issue and it needs to be addressed, then that would be the time that we would consider a sustainability factor on top of it. So that's just a snapshot of where we're at today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. And while Mr. Dan's here, and if you're lucky enough to get up in Congress, what we see, and you know, we never get any help from Washington D.C. You see them bombing Iran, and then they go ahead and turn around and spend billions to rebuild it. But little cities in the state and part of the state, we never get any help from Washington. Never. I mean, since I've been here 16 years, we've never got one red cent from Washington D.C. to help us with anything.
I'm oriented toward rural Louisiana, rural Walls Parish.
Correct.
That's what this district is. It's poor and rural. And that's where I've always lived. I understand. I understand. I hear you.
Yep.
You're gonna help.
All right. Okay, we'll move on to item 6, bid opening on the vehicles.
Okay.
And these are the vehicles that are no longer in use, that have been bought. Most of them are over there at the pond.
Correct.
And the people went over there to look at them, to bid on them.
What vehicle is
You knew that was going on?
2006 Chevrolet Silverado.
No, they didn't. Well, y'all must have talked about it, but they don't discuss nothing with me. They don't tell me nothing.
Or Mopar
No.
Auto Sales. And he bid
Correct, and that's all I was saying. They didn't say anything about having no bids or anything. They did everything, and they don't say anything to nobody, so nobody knows nothing. There's 3 people that operate, and that's on that side of the
You opening up the same bid for the same vehicle?
That's it.
No, it's another bid.
You only have one
Same
bid on
vehicle.
this one.
They didn't put the vehicle listing on the vehicles, they just put vehicle bids.
You think it'd be better to do that, Mayor?
Well, you have to have different bids, but on one specific
Yeah.
vehicle.
I'll put down the vehicle, and if anybody else
How we
bids
did it
on it.
before? How we did it
I'll-
before is whenever you, and the last
keep
time that we
writing.
did it, you just called out the
If
name of
anybody else
what you
bids on
want.
this one,
Okay.
I'll write it down. I have the description of the vehicle.
You wrote the VIN number down. You want the last 4 of the VIN number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last 4 of the VIN number is 5811.
Okay.
Another Mopar
Shouldn't
Auto
be so hard
Sales,
to do that.
a 2009 Ford Ranger. Last 4 of the VIN is 4489 for 327.47.
That's Mokla,
Yes.
327,
Floyd.
47.
Floyd, Rondell, are the catalytic converters still in those vehicles? Who removed them? Because those things are worth $100 a piece.
Somebody
And there are
removed
4 of them on each vehicle.
Somebody removed them.
Yeah.
But the catalytic converters are gone? Somebody sold them?
Mopar Auto Sales
Which vehicle?
for a 2006 Chevy truck. Last 4 of the VIN, 5607. 227.47. 227.47. Mopar Auto Sales,
What vehicle?
2004 Ford F-150. Last 4 of the VIN, 1475. 227.47. sales, a 2009 Ford F-150. Last for the VIN 1060,
When they come on.
22747. Ronald Duran Jr.
Who's the vehicle?
2006 Chevy Colorado.
Ain't that the one that we said that we
Didn't
weren't
we
gonna-
take that one
Take that one off.
We took that one off, yeah,
off bid?
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Just let him know that.
Yes, I will let him know that this one is off bid.
Why was it all bid?
The VIN number wasn't
VIN
number was
correct,
incorrect.
registration.
So no bid for this one.
Get you a little one.
A 2009 Ford F-150 VIN, last for the VIN 1060 for $160.
Oh, who is that?
For Bear Farms Construction and Cattle Company,
How much?
$160. A 2004 Ford F-150, last for the VIN number is 1475 for $165. A 2020 Ford F-150, last for the VIN number 4019.
Okay, that's a different vehicle. What's the year?
A 2020 Ford F-150,
Marathon?
Bear Farms,
What's the Ford last one?
4019 for $165. '2006 Chevrolet pickup, that's the one that we took off bid.
Over there, Colorado?
Oh, no, the Colorado was the one that we took off bid. Last for the VIN number 5607
Okay,
for $160.
all right.
A 2009 Ford Ranger. Last for the VIN 4489 for $150. A 2004 Ford pickup. Last for the VIN 6852 for
Wait,
$160.
that's another one. 2000?
A 2004 Ford pickup.
Last four?
6852 for $160.
Okay.
A 2015 Ford police car. Last four, 2331.
How much?
150.
Okay.
A 1999 Dodge pickup Ram 2500 V8.
Last four?
5460.
Okay.
300. a 1999 Chevy pickup 1500,
Okay,
last four 1808,
okay,
160,
okay,
a 2015 police car,
okay,
2326 for 125,
okay,
a Chevy 2003 pickup,
last one,
4745,
okay,
160,
okay,
1999 Dodge 150 pickup,
okay,
95 965 or 160,
9565,
9565 correct,
160,
160,
okay,
1997 GMC fire truck,
okay,
0079,
okay,
200,
okay,
a Crown Vic Police Unit 13,
2013,
Unit 13,
okay, all right, last four,
2091,
okay,
$100,
okay,
and he has the Colorado, but that's a no bid.
right, that's it?
And that's all that we have.
You wanna just, vote on the higher bid?
Yeah, the high bid, whoever bidded the highest on each individual vehicle.
Okay,
I think you only had two bidders, really.
Yes.
yeah, yeah, okay. You notify them?
Yes, I will notify them tomorrow.
I'll make a motion, the highest bidder wins the vehicle.
Motion by Mike,
Second.
second by Mr. Frank. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Had we advertised that in the paper?
Yes, for
Yeah.
3
Oh, yeah.
consecutive
Okay.
weeks.
All right.
You understand how
Yeah.
Okay, item 7. Discuss the Civil Service Committee. Mr. Frank?
I brought this up last meeting. Right now, the Civil Service Committee, all their, there's 5 of them that serve on the committee. All their terms are up, and they've been up for quite a while. And we need to replace them. And the legislative act that was passed in 1975 said they have to come from the Chamber of Commerce, some civic organizations, the Junior Chamber of Commerce, the Garden Club, the Lions Club, the American Legion. Right now, we have 3 civic organizations still here, and that's the Chamber of Commerce, the Garden Club, and the Lions Club. We sent out letters already asking these 3 organizations to submit their nominations. We also going to get a nomination from the employees, and the council has 2 people, 2 nominees. But all these nominees have to be approved by the council, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so that's where we stand right now.
We're just waiting on the names.
Just giving y'all an update on the progress of this.
And the Lions Club meeting the other night, I know Mike
Yeah.
brought it up for discussion.
I have a question.
And,
Go ahead, finish out, and I'll ask you afterwards.
what is it?
We're gonna, deal with this civil service stuff, but how many times we've been talking about dealing with the charter itself that we still haven't done anything with?
With the what?
The charter. The charter.
City charter?
The charter that we fall under. We've been talking about doing
Well, that's
something
a
with it, and we
different
still hadn't done anything with it.
That's a different subject.
You're right, but
You'd have to bring it up, or put it on discussion.
every time I bring it up, I get the same answer. We're gonna deal with it later. We're gonna deal with it later.
Well, it's the legislature, you're gonna go through, it's a pretty drawn out process.
We discussed it that we was gonna do something special, that way we can get everybody together and get all of this ironed out, and we still haven't, I'm just trying to figure it out.
And you're correct. We've come up before, and every time I've indicated, we have to have something in writing saying, I want to change these specific portions of the charter. And I haven't gotten anything from anybody related to it.
You're right, and we said that we was going to talk about having a special meeting, that way we can sit down, that way everybody can discuss that, or some type of quorum, that way everybody can have some input on it, that way we can get this figured out, because that needs to be done. And we still operating, as we said, under the 1700 laws, which is outdated. So we need to get up to the 2600 here. Oh, man. Ooh.
Well, I think when it comes to that, we'd have to have a specific meeting, because the charter we have now is rather lengthy. So we could go through and decide which items we want to change, and then have.
And go from there.
Yes.
And I apologize for getting off subject. It's just it's a headache to me every time we go to some of these different committees that we want to discuss. Whenever this is a main issue that we have, that way we can get from under some of this. If you go look, whenever you pull up Marksville, they think we fall under the Larson Act. We don't fall under the Larson Act. We fall under the Special Home Rule Charter.
And under that charter,
It's different.
I should not be serving.
And again, no matter what you
Money.
say or whatever we say,
Manual.
that has to be brought in front of the legislature in Baton Rouge for them to go ahead and finalize everything.
Only after we specify the changes we want, correct?
Correct.
Yes. So, John, could we, because that would be a lengthy meeting, I think, for us to go through that chart and see what needs to be changed.
Well, not necessarily. If I can get some, because I've sent everybody a copy of the charter. If I can get something in writing saying we want to change
What specifics you want to say?
specifically, we can narrow it down a whole lot.
Okay, but we would have to meet so that we can vote on those changes,
Well,
right?
Correct.
Yes.
We'd have to agree with the changes.
So everybody needs to review the charter
Right.
and make your notations.
So
Whatever
can we
Jonathan's recommending, each council member go ahead and read the charter,
Yeah.
see what you want to change on it, go ahead and send that to Jonathan. Jonathan comes up with a presentation to make to us as a whole, and then we get in touch with the senator and the representative to introduce it in Baton Rouge.
Because we have to actually put it in writing.
Right.
The amendments that we want to make, it has to be published in the newspaper, it has to be sent to the Attorney General, it has to be approved by the governor, but the first step is, and I think it's probably going to be pretty consistent on what y'all want to change, so we can narrow the issues a whole lot. But I got to have it in writing.
So can we set a deadline on that? That way you can have everything, that way we can do it for the next meeting or the meeting after that. That way we can have this set in stone on when we're gonna try to at least attempt to do it.
Okay, but Jonathan, once we each decide what changes we want made, don't we have to get together
You
and
would
vote
sort
on
of
the
have to-
possibilities?
That's
You
what
sort of
he's
have
trying
to
to do.
time it of when the legislature is going to go in session again.
Correct.
You'd have to have it done before that.
Right. Well,
Because if you miss it, then you got to wait again until they
whole
go in
next
session
quarter.
again.
well, can we ask that
Can you
everybody,
get those dates of when they go in session again?
Well, actually, it doesn't have to be approved by the legislature. It has to be approved by the Attorney General. It has to be approved by the governor, assuming that after we post the changes, there's, I can't remember the
They probably have to
threshold,
vote on it, correct?
10%. If 10% of the people object to it, then it has to go to another step. But the first step is saying exactly what we want to change.
decide on the changes? Well,
And like you said, we're probably all thinking probably the same,
I would imagine so.
pretty much the same.
And that can narrow the
items.
issues a whole lot.
So can we go ahead and agree to try to do it either next meeting or the following meeting? That way we can have that?
Well, I think it might
Well, if everybody could just review the chart, it's rather
And
lengthy.
again, we're
between
discussing
now
something
and
that's
the
not
next
on the
meeting.
agenda.
You're right,
Yeah.
you're right, and I apologize for getting off charter, but,
Well-
because at the same time, we still have to do the same stuff with the civil service at the same time, because we have to go back to them and try to correct the same issues with the civil service.
Okay, I might mention this, at the meeting last month, when we talked about the Civil Service Commission, it was my understanding, I took notes, and I notated that we are to get nominees from 4 organizations.
Yeah.
That's what he was just saying.
And 2 nominees from employees.
That's what I said.
Correct,
And
that's what he
then
said.
mayor and
Yeah, that's
council
what he
vote.
It's all written right here.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
Okay,
I'm going
but
by.
Frank, you
I got a
indicated-
copy of the legislative act right here.
Right, but Frank, I understood you to say that we only have Chamber of Commerce, Lions Club, and Garden Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need a
We
fourth.
don't have a junior chamber of
Okay,
commerce.
do
There's
we
no
have a
such
fourth
thing.
organization? If we
We
need
don't have
4
an American
nominees
Legion
We
either.
don't have American Legion in
and
Marksville.
nothing else.
No.
Good. Okay, well then how are we supposed to get 4 nominees from organizations?
Well, at least, but we don't need 4 from each organization. We may not get any.
Yeah. If the organization doesn't exist, we just
Yeah.
go with what we got.
Well, then if we
And
can't
if they
get
don't
4,
send
we'll
any,
take
well, then-
3.
All right, let's move on.
And then Jonathan.
Item 8, discuss the D.A. Jordan Center, correct?
All right, the center, the D.A. Jordan Center needs some serious renovation. I understand that we're doing some painting, but that, the inside of that place, when you go in there, when people's renting it, I get a lot of complaints about, hey man, this place we rented it, this is what's going on, this is what's going on as far as, and Rondell told me we got towels that's coming, they're trying to paint it. But just painting it and replacing a few towels don't do the place justice. That place needs to be completely renovated.
Look at this, Mr. Frios, that way. This was taken today. We have upgraded everything. We have changed the refrigerator. We've got a light change. We put new tiles on the floor, painted. We put new sinks in the bathrooms, and we put new laminate floor in the kitchen, and the hot water tank.
Okay, and we discussed that
And
also.
we got the drop ceiling, the school board donated.
Okay, good. And I'm still seeing some towers that still need to be replaced. But that extra wall that we have in the inside, why don't we go ahead and get that knocked down? That way it opens up that place and then we don't have to deal
I
with,
think it's in the progress, isn't it, Rondell?
If the mayor and council want to approve it, I have 2 bids right here.
yeah, well, hey, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what Rondell's talking about.
It's in the middle. This wall right here.
$97.55, and one from Bear Farms at $87.50.
That's to do what kind of work, Ron?
That's the tenant petition wall.
That
Look at the pictures here.
It used to be shared with the Little League, when the Little League was playing,
Little League is no longer there.
and Little League is no longer there.
It's this wall right
Is that a load bearing wall?
here. No, it's not, but the drop ceiling is hooked to that wall. That's why the price came in.
Well, that's kind of hard, I know. I don't think that's a necessary expense.
Good, I'm glad you was on it. There's 2 bids that's here. One for $8,750 and the other one for $9,755. Being that we're on topic with the Jordan Center, I would like to make the motion to go ahead and accept the bid, the lowest bid, to go ahead and get it renovated.
Did we advertise these bids?
Well, apparently he did.
No, I just got the bid.
So you just got a quote?
Okay,
We got quotes.
okay. So,
I think under that monetary threshold, we need to have at least 3 quotes. You don't have to
3?
have a bid.
okay.
You don't
So-
have to advertise, you just need a quote.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
just need one more.
All right, so we got one more quote we gotta get. And if with the council approval with the lowest quote, that way we go ahead and go ahead and get that wall knocked down. I'll make that motion.
I second.
Got a motion and a second.
Do what?
Any other
What's the
discussion?
motion?
Well, hold on, we need a 3rd bid before we do a
What I
vote.
was saying, once we get it.
Oh, okay.
Once we get the 3rd
Well,
bid
why
to
don't we
go
wait
take.
until we get the bid?
Yeah, correct. We'll just table it until we get another bid, and then we'll go ahead and move to,
And put it on the
vote on
next
it to
meeting.
go ahead and get it done.
And they'll give them time to finish the other work that they're working on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've already read both bids. Now, if I'm a contractor and I hear this, I can underbid by $1. Yeah.
That's not a bid, that's a quote.
Quote, okay, but then I can,
The same
I
thing.
can underbid it by $1 and you're gonna give it to me?
We don't have to go with that bid. The city is
Okay.
go with anyone.
Okay, I'm just, okay.
All right, let's move on. Discuss an intergovernmental agreement with the school board. Mr. Mike?
Okay, Chief Smith will explain it in detail.
Okay, the sheriff's office used to do the SRO at the high school, the safety resource office, school resource office. Well, David said they can't do it anymore because they're shorthanded. He called us to go over there and talk with him. He told us that he couldn't do it. He's having a hard time doing the ones that he has already, like the boils and stuff like that. So we met with the superintendent at the school board, and she wants to go ahead and enter a governmental agreement with us to for $2,500 a month for 10 months that we put an officer in the high school. We usually mostly used off-duty officers. Now, if something happens where a shift is short and there's nobody scheduled to work it, and we have 3 working the road shift, we'll take 1 off of the road and send them to the high school.
And this is just a question. We don't want to go ahead and see if we can hire somebody, and that way we can have permanent personnel there?
Well, they have to be post-certified.
Correct.
And you have to go through the SRO training.
Correct.
Which they only have it in the summertime.
Right.
But, I mean, it would be a whole process. If they're not certified, you have to start sending them to the academy first, and then go to the SRO training.
And you'll have none of them that want to?
No. So, that's why we're going to use off-duty officers, and if we can't put one in the school on that day, then we'll take somebody off of the road.
Do we have officers willing
Oh, yeah.
to work?
Yeah, there's
those
some
shifts?
that's already volunteered to work.
Okay.
All right.
So
And if at some point in
the other
time,
side
Chief,
of
if
the
one of
agreement, they're
them,
gonna bring it up at their school board meeting. She just wanted the approval from y'all first.
if one of them decided so at one point in time, say, hey, look, I'll do it permanent until the end of the year.
And once we can fill the road shifts,
Yeah.
there's no problem.
Okay. We still
All right, I'll make
advertising
a
for hire?
motion.
See, we still advertising for hire? To hire, okay.
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and enter into that intergovernmental agreement with the school board
I second.
We need to specify the amount.
for $2,500 a month.
I got a motion by Mr. Mike, second by Mr. Nita. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Item 10, discuss speed bumps. Stuart?
It got a lot of speed bumps that's damaged in different districts. And instead of us trying to just go back and repair some of them could be pulled up, that way we don't have to. I got one of them on Martin Luther King Street by Channel House, so it got 2 of them in that area. Both of them are damaged. And then between the high speed pursuit the other day on Overton, they damaged that one also. So, we not asking to pull all of them up, but the ones that are damaged, let's get them out the way. That's all I'm asking.
Do we have any that
No.
can be, any speed bumps that are available to replace
No,
the
I don't think
damaged
so.
ones?
What?
No?
I looked for one on Bluebird and we couldn't find one.
Well, Bluebird is a lot smaller than Overton.
Yeah.
And Martin Luther King, you can take some of those and put over there on Bluebird. I promise you can. Well, I think we had 6 of them at one time on Martin Luther King.
I got 2 in front of my office building, and that street is 100 yards long.
So, yeah, I mean, some of them can be moved to different areas. That way, you're not crowding one area with them.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, so we want the one on Overton replaced.
Yes, ma'am.
That's nothing but a speedway.
Yes, ma'am.
And we heard all that drama in traffic that night. Heard it
Okay.
all. We may even have it on our camera.
Go ahead, Clark.
I did put some out today, and we're not finished. I had some extras, and I know what you're talking about, but Rondell instructed me this morning, we put some out.
You got to be careful about pulling them off because there's a lot of people in the neighborhood that wanted them there. So,
Petitions on this to put them down.
Well, in the street, they got about 20.
To check with the people and see if they in fact want to
correct.
up.
Before
Yeah,
you
but
do
if they
anything in my
damage- if
district,
they damage, they not
you
serving
get
the
with me, all right?
Yeah, they not serving a purpose if they damage, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
No.
when we started, we had some that we weren't using, that we took up on other places, that we repairing on.
Okay.
Ms. Maria?
We have one missing on Andrew Street, not far from my house. We'd like to have that one placed back. The utility truck that pulled it up when he was moving a house, he yanked the whole thing off the road.
Yes, you gotta be careful, because some of the people don't wanna remove. They wanna keep them in their neighborhood.
Yeah, that's good.
Those that have been down for a long time is, the people want those.
And that's
I'm
good to
I'm just
hear
saying the
y'all.
ones that are damaged,
movement.
that
It's
you
good to
can't
hear
do
that.
anything with, that's not serving a purpose.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah,
move,
if-
just replace.
Safety.
Floyd, Rondell, maybe you can, do we have any extra ones that we got stored somewhere that we can put, or you would have to start buying some more?
No, we don't have any extras. What we take, we had some really yellow that we had, that we pulled up, and the black was our permanent. Normally, when they get ripped up, we have to put a bigger washer to hold them down. After so many times, you gotta throw them away to use.
How expensive?
And those black ones are what, about $900 a piece?
Right at $1,000 a piece.
All right. Item 11, discuss getting a DEQ number for tires storage.
Rondell, did we ever get that? The DEQ number for the tires in the area?
I have the number for the tires, but we had set something with a building office in the city limits. And I thought he would have that. And we came to, with all the tires that we bring to the parish, I got a call from Mr. Bartolon when the flooding was going on to ask us to hold our tires until further notice, because they had so much cleanup and the parish didn't have any of that. So I think now that we're bringing them now, but he don't want us going to pick up tires. Like somebody dumped all those tires at their house, we can't go pick them up and bring them.
So in the sense that we have to deal with that, if we go ahead and write them a fine or for whatever, that way they could come to court to take care of that, we can pick them up if we have a DEQ number and have Mr. Saint Remain take them, correct?
Yes.
So I would like to go ahead and get our own DEQ number for the tires. That way, if we come into that situation, we could knock that out.
So you're gonna start going ahead and picking up tires. Now, when Rodney picks them up, you gotta send $2.50 to the state, and then you gotta pay Rodney $2.50 for that. Now,
I'd
if,
rather let the court handle it,
Yeah.
and find the people and let them deal with it. Because it's too much for us, and then we have to pay for it.
yeah,
And if somebody's going to do that, if you don't know who it is, and you got 50 tires, you have to pay for it, it adds up quick.
So the people in the neighborhoods have to suffer because somebody dumped the tires and we can't do anything with them.
If the people in the neighborhood see somebody dumping, they need to be on to the police and tell them who it is.
I get that, but what if they don't?
What if they don't?
If they don't see them?
Mark, doesn't the police jury allow us to pick up 5 or 4 at a time?
Pick it up and clean it up.
Huh?
And we should go and give them a fine.
Okay, well then we need to go ahead and start acting and on that issue then, because especially over there on Laura, I get a call on Laura, I get a call every Monday morning in reference to those tires that's back there, and the man said the mosquitoes is eating them up because the water is sitting in there. So we need to figure out something. Either again, we can get our own DEQ number, that way we can send them off, or we need to do something. We can't keep sitting on it.
I'm not for getting a DEQ number. Because it's gonna start, it's an extra expense to the town.
How many tires can we bring to the parish at a time?
If you bring 4 to the road, the police jury picks them up.
So if we can bring 5 at a time, and we have 30 of them sitting on the yard, we can get that out of there. Oh, exactly, it's more than that.
And he knows about that on Wall Street. He's watching from me.
Yeah, if we bring any of those tires over there, then it's gonna cut us off from bringing it to the parish.
And that's why we get a DEQ number and we take care of that. That way
If
we
you
don't
get
have
a
to keep doing
DEQ, Torque, you're gonna be paying for everybody's tires.
You'd be paying $5 a tire.
You know?
Well, but if you know who it is, you find them. You give them a ticket, let them come to court, and then of course, it's the reimbursement, but at least you have something. Okay. I'm gonna make a motion, and whatever happens with it, I'm gonna make a motion to get the numbers.
Motion by Torque. Second by Daniel. All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay.
Nay.
Hey,
All right.
What you doing, Miss Anita?
Item 12, discuss the chain of command.
Miss
Tor?
Anita abstained.
I abstained on that.
Abstain? Okay.
The deed.
I was asking about the chain of custody here within the city. It goes from Rondell, it goes to the supervisor of each area. If those supervisors are gone, I know the police department and the fire department have assistants. But as for anything else, where do we stand? Do we have one for the street department? Do we have a second
No,
person?
You don't have that.
Are we looking to make sure that whenever they're gone, if they have to take vacation or whatever, do we have somebody that we can contact or talk to?
The mayor has the right to appoint whoever he wants.
John, that's not what I'm asking.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
Wow.
That's the way it is. Wow, you can wow
Go
if
ahead,
you
Miss
want.
Anita. Maybe
The only one
you've
you've got the chief and the assistant chief, and the same thing with the fire department. Okay? And that's the way it is. If Rondell happens to be on vacation or whatever, I normally turn it over to Chloe.
Go ahead, Miss Anita.
It's at my discretion, and if you want to read the duties of the mayor, you can go ahead and do that.
If you want to go there,
But that's the
we
way
can
it
go
is.
there if you want to go there. It's in black and white, but I'm not going to go there
No,
with
it's
you
not a
today.
black and white issue at all.
Well,
John?
I do know on
Stop.
Fridays, if Sean is going to be out, he'll generally tell me, or Rondell will tell me to,
She said usually when Sean was out, he usually contacts her and let her know. But I was just asking to see if we have anybody that, if for instance, I'm over beautification now. If Sean goes out, who can I contact if something goes wrong?
Well,
If
that's what-
Rondell goes to class, Claude is busy.
Everett, isn't it?
That's what I'm asking. but-
Everett. It's Everett.
Yes.
Thank you, that's all I'm asking.
It's usually whoever the guy that's in charge will tell you to get in touch with.
Right, and that's what I was trying to say, John. On Fridays is my beautification day. And generally Sean or Rondell will let me know that Sean will be out and I am to contact Everett, and I have Everett's
Correct.
number. And so if I need to get in touch with someone, I know where to go to. So
Correct.
I would think every supervisor should have a second contact person and let each council member know we each have a day, and that's all we're asking for. I have a contact person on my day.
Well, it's
He
already
seemed
set in place.
interested in arguing with me that
It's
he
already
didn't
set
listen
in
to that.
place. It's nothing that's new. It's already set in place already.
So, okay, Sean, who is your second person? Everett?
Yes.
Claude, who is your second person? Alfonso? Buckles, who's your second person? And Rondell, right, as of right now, is it Bryce? Thank you. That's all I was asking.
Well, it's all in place already.
I'm asking because I didn't know.
All right.
But you're so interested in arguing, man. I'm just
No,
trying
I'm not
to
gonna
figure
argue,
it out.
but right now, it's not a Torrey Frills meeting, and I'm gonna get this straight, because I have the right to go ahead and approve what's on this
Exactly.
agenda.
Exactly.
On this agenda,
This is all
you
we
have
wanna
over
do.
half, and doesn't give a chance to the other council members to put anything else on the agenda,
Well, let me
because
know.
Mr. Frills has 7 items on it already, and which some of the other council members had asked me to put some on, and I told them no,
All you gotta do is
because
call
we
me.
sort of draw it off at 15.
All you gotta do is call me and talk to me.
No.
Don't just call me and talk to me. I tried to
All
reach
right.
out to you and try to talk to you, but you won't talk.
Item
So
13.
therefore, call me. We'll talk.
Item 13, pay raise for the employees. Mr. Frills,
Yes, sir.
again.
Surely. As I spoke last month in reference to the head of department's raises, Ms. Beverly got missed whenever they was doing it, and I would like to bump her up to the same rate as the rest of the employees. And I mean, she's been here going on 52 years, and she's not up there with the rest of them. So I would like to go ahead and raise her to that the supervisor's pay. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying
I
aye.
think it's 22 or 23, but I just want to make sure she's equal.
All opposed, nay? Nay.
Wow.
How many nays?
Okay. All in favor, signify by raising your right hand.
Well,
All opposed, signify by raising your right hand.
I abstain from that.
Can we get an explanation on why?
No, I don't have to give an explanation.
So this is the 52, you're going on 52 years, and Mayor, don't listen, I'm just gonna ask a question. This lady's been here going on 52 years, and her pay rate is lower than some of the police officers that works for the city. And she is a supervisor of a department. And we won't give her the same respect?
Well, Tori,
I think we need to go ahead, and when you look at pay raises, you need to look at job performance and what the people do.
So you have one in her department that's making more money than her at $30 and almost $30 an hour, but she can't get.
Mr. Krebs, it's been voted on.
You right.
And the item is finished.
You said discussion.
All right. No, discussion was before we voted.
Yeah. This really.
Item 14.
Go ahead and scratch that.
Discuss parks and
No,
recreation.
don't scratch it. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you, Sheriff. Item 15, financial statements and bills for July 2026.
No, and
Ms.
14.
Anita?
Why is we skipping 14?
No, we're not going to. I was just 14.
You said
No, don't skip it.
They got people
They
here.
got people here for
Approve the
that.
agenda.
For that.
They got
Already
people here
approved
for
the
it.
agenda.
Yeah,
Gotta make changes before it's approved.
yeah.
They got people to discuss
Yeah.
parks and recreation because
Right.
there's promises made and promises
Yeah.
that wasn't
I
kept.
apologize because I just got frustrated.
okay.
They did so much to it and then they stopped. St. John's Park, they haven't finished.
Rondell, whenever we did all the parks and everything, what was always supposed to be in there if you remember?
I really don't remember. I'll have to go look at the plan. But some things were changed due to money and splitting up with 3 parks. Some things that were on there got cut.
Do we know how much money is still remaining?
There's no money remaining. There were some things that were changed, but there was a lot added and some adjustments made. The project's done.
Okay, can we get an explanation of what was done as, just,
It's out there.
I'll
okay.
explain one thing. Margaret Michelle Park has nothing.
Margaret Michelle.
By the hospital.
Nothing.
Well,
As
it's
far
got
as,
new asphalt pavement.
right, just the asphalt. I'm talking about playground equipment or anything.
But I mean, there was modifications discussed in this
Yeah.
meeting that were made. So when we say that
The
there's
water.
things that aren't there, there's a lot of things that have been added. There
Yeah.
wasn't any playgrounds in the original project. St. John's did not have 2 pavilions, and now has 2 pavilions. So
Yeah.
all those things that were changed, were discussed in this meeting, were made, and everything that was in that project has been built and certified by myself that it was done.
Well, in the beginning, the
Everything
money
that
was given
supposed
for
to
2
be the
parks.
exercise equipment and whatever that was supposed to be.
That was changed.
It was changed due to
Why they wasn't reckoned, why it wasn't
because
told.
they
That's
got
what
2
the council
pavilions.
decided at the time.
But why wasn't they told?
Why wasn't it what?
Reverend Gilreal, something you want to say?
In the beginning, there was supposed to be 2 parks. That was the initial deal. Then Reverend Gilbert came and requested that he wanted a park at by the church.
Taste.
So what we did, we took the money and instead of dividing it 2 ways, we divided it 3 ways. And that's how we did it. Now, since then, some of the pavilions were done over there behind Pizza Hut. There were pavilions put there. I think there was a pavilion put, and Reverend Gilbert requested of us to go ahead and do some other things, but we had ran out of money. And as soon as we were going to get the money, some of the requests that he was going to go ahead and make would be done. But like Mike said, behind the church, the Margaret Michelle, there's no pavilions over there. There's no playground equipment. There's nothing over there. So you got to sort of work between all parks at one time. And when there's extra money, I'm sure those issues are going to be addressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I told Reverend Gerber that we were, and as soon as we can have money available, we'll go ahead and do it.
All of that has been poured. Reverend Gillard, all of that has been poured for the barbecue pit, the benches, and the exercise.
Reverend Gerber?
Oh, I just have one question. The question is that, well, each of those parks in terms of equipment, I did get a copy. I don't know whether you got a copy or not. But one thing that confuses me is that as you watch the progress of the park and then determine that, well, this is not there, this is not there. I looked at the
Original.
because they schedule, whatever it is.
The
each
diagram,
park, To determine that in all of those parks, stuff was missing. That was on there. But the other thing that confused me is that we didn't ask for two provisions, but we got two, and we are appreciative of it. But we got the second provision, and when that came, I was told that we're giving you a second provision because we got extra money. Now, that don't ring a bell in my mind. You got extra money for provision, but then the other things that were supposed to be in there are not there. So how does the extra money figure in for second provision, but not for the other things?
There's a $400,000 budget for that project. It was spread across those three projects. Whenever I got involved in the project, because the city asked me to take it over, the previous engineer resigned. I brought up that there were some things on there that I didn't know if they were the best fit. I gave some options, and the city voted to change the scope of work on those projects. We went from some exercise equipment to more pavilions, to playground equipment, to overlay asphalt, to new lights, upgrade the sign, refurbish the parking lots. I mean, scope of work changed, so I agree with you 100%. What you saw in those original plans is not exactly what was built out there, but that was changed in these meetings by this council, who is the responsible entity of those funds. So, guys, it's all done. I agree with the mayor. Some funds become available again, and those things are still desired by, whoever's responsible for the parks. And that's going to be the time to look at it.
I spoke with some of the people at the LMA in reference to the state, and they said right now that they have money, and the lieutenant governor is also looking to build up a lot of parks also. So maybe that's a channel that we can go ahead and go through and possibly try to get some money from. So, but they said that money right now is there for grants to be gotten.
All right, item 15, financial statements and bills for July.
Let me see your mic, Mr. Daniel.
Okay, expense report for July 2026. City Hall, $13,282.14. Police, $47,316.09. Fire, $23,789.55. Street, $76,141.06. Beautification, $6,383.74. Total general fund, $166,912.58. Sewer, $106,800.01. AWC, $64,500. Water, $59,035.13. Total, $230,335.14. Grand total, $397,247.72. I make a motion that these bills be approved for payment.
Did you find out what that was for me?
Motion by Ms. Anita. Second by Mr. Frank. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Nay.
All right, departmental reports. Ms. Chrissy, Secretary Treasurer.
I said, I looked at this, but.
Sales tax collection for the month of July 2026 was $335,142.65.
I'm still trying to figure out where that money
1% sales tax
where
was
that's going. That's
$167,571.33. 1.5% sales tax was $83,785.66. Public safety was $83,785.66. That was a decrease of 0.520% from May of 2026, when $333,408.71 was collected. That was an increase of 1.15% from July of 2025, when $339,004.89 was collected.
Thank you, Ms. Chrissy. Mr. Esther, Police Chief.
Okay, for the month of July, the police department handled 365 complaints, worked 14 accidents with 1 injury, issued 19 citations, made 31 arrests, made 6 drug arrests. The city collected $100 from city court. The police jury collected $3,330, and the police department collected $575.
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Chris, Fire Chief.
My report for July, we ran 25 calls. 17 were in the city limits, 7 in the district, and 1 mutual aid call. That consisted of 6 fire alarms, 5 auto accidents, 2 medical emergencies, 1 false alarm, 3 hazardous conditions, 1 structure fire, 3 assist other agencies, 1 smoke scare, 1 landing zone, 1 brush fire, and 1 forcible entry. I have 2 positions that are open. A lieutenant's position, I had 1 applicant, and he is qualified, 2 years minimum service, and Officer 1 qualification, certification. And that's Robert Jeremy Green. I'd like to ask the council to appoint him as lieutenant.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mike.
Second.
Second by Frank. Any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And I have 1 more appointment, a training officer that's appointed by myself, and that would be Cody Jackson. He is certified. He has Fire 1 instructor, so he's certified to be an instructor. So I can get a motion on that, please.
Need a motion, okay.
Motion by Frank.
I'll second.
Second by Mike. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. Mr. Cloyd?
For the
Street
month of
Department.
July, this morning we had a inspection for the dog kennels. We did a perfect score, as the lady tells us. We did all of the stuff and was in compliance with everything we had. And my animal count was 2 this morning. Tomorrow it could be a different.
How many do you have?
2.
2?
Yeah, we had got them out, and I had 1 come in this morning. So. But anyway, for the month of July, we've been cutting a lot of branches. A lot of branches been falling. I know some trees have fallen too. We've been picking up that too. Putting out coal mix, replacing signs. And like I said, the inspection took just about all day today.
They did a good job picking up those branches and stuff
Yeah.
around that big tree that was cut in on my road. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Cloyd. Mr. Sean?
In the month of July, we cleaned up the 4th of July parade and picked up 44 bags of trash of litter on all the state roads. District 1, we had 16 bags. District 2, 28. District 3, 30. District 4, 22. District 5, 35, for a total of 175.
Thank you, Sean. Mr. Rondell?
All right, Mayor and Council, as y'all know, we just purchased some water meters. We purchased 150 water meters. As I went to a conference, I spoke to some vendors. They came down yesterday. They gave us 6 meters. I'd like to know if everybody would like to put them at their homes. I would like to keep one for my home just to monitor it because they put me on the app. I want to see how it works. But we have 6. So if y'all want to install them, let me know. We'll get them installed at your home. You can go on the app to look at it. And with that being said, we're getting these to try them out. The 150 meters we bought, it's $40 more per meter to go cellular. Instead of having the workers pass by and go, the ladies can do it from the office. If you go to run a profile, we can't run profiles while they're reading. People can go on the app themselves with this and look at and possibly see what their water bill is going to be. see if they have a leak, see if their water's running. If they're not home, it's $40 more. For what we didn't spend already, it's approximately $4,000 more. We already have the software. When we purchased the software, this software was included for these meters. We already done spent, I think, right at $12,000 on the software. And I mean, it's time to move forward. The guy that reads the meters, he also digs for bubbles. If he's reading meters, we can't go dig. For $40 more, I mean, we have to change them out anyway.
Do you feel it would be more beneficial?
It would be more beneficial to me. They already ping every section for Marksville. All the meters will work. It's a simple install. It's the same meters we have. It only goes by cellular, where you can read them from the office. The ladies hit a button, read them all. They have a problem, they send the guys out. You can set points. If you know somebody's using 5,000 gallons a month, you can set it for 6,000. Once it hits 6,000, it's gonna throw an alarm. You can call that person, hey, you must have a water leak or something is going on. Or they can get on the app themselves and say, well, my water ran more than it did yesterday, and I'm not using anything. They can see it themselves.
Is there a way you can pay your bill on that app too?
Well, right now, we're paying 10 cents a meter. It's gonna be $1 per meter. We can put it to an offset cost to the customers. Because in return for that $1, they'll be getting an app, they can look at their own bill. And they can set it for alarms to say, well, if I have a toilet running, it'll let you know.
Businesses too?
Yes, that's the
Both.
total, everything in the city. All right, we also have open enrollment next week. Please, all y'all come here and sign off on it, all employees. We also have asking the mayor and council that we close the water department on the 25th for 1 hour. All the secretaries, we just did the police. Every last Tuesday of the month, we're gonna start holding training for all employees. It's a free service that we get from LWCC, and they want to do the secretaries. They're saying right now they're seeing a trend in carpal tunnel, so they want to have a training with them. And it's going to be all the ladies throughout the city. I think I have only 2 men.
On that open enrollment, you want to give the times and the dates
Yeah,
and make
it's-
sure all the employees come, whether they want it or not.
Yes, it's going to be August 18 and 19 from 8 o'clock to 4. And August 20, from 8 to 11.
Right
It's going to
here.
be right here.
Right here.
In the, right here. Hey, we need to purchase 2 trucks. We need one for street, one for sewer. We have 2 trucks. They want to sell at a package deal of $25,000 for 2 trucks. As cheap as I could find. I looked at trucks. I looked at one. They wanted $20,000 for one, when we can get 2 trucks. I mean, we had the other truck is at Glen right now with the transmission. That's the white goods truck. And the sewer, if you pass now, it has a truck broke. So I'm truck short in both of those departments.
You need a motion to get 2 trucks?
Yes.
Need a motion to allow Rondell to get 2 trucks for the city.
I'll make a motion.
A second.
Motion by Mr. Daniel, second by Mr. Frank.
And I need a motion on those, for those meters, if y'all want to keep what we have or change it for the seller.
Well, let's vote on the trucks first, and then we'll bring up the...
And where those trucks are going?
That's Mr. Terrell has 2 trucks. Package deal he dealt with us with them, $25,000 for 2.
Okay, I just have a question on that. All the rest of the department heads have a decent truck. Can we get showing a decent truck?
Yes.
Appreciate it. Well, then,
We can get
yeah,
him one.
I'm
It'll
with
be
it.
next round, it won't be with these trucks, I'm 2 trucks down.
Okay,
I'm 2 trucks down. The white goods truck is out,
okay,
and I have a truck at the sewer department that's out.
okay.
Okay, we got a motion and a second on buying 2 trucks. All in favor, signify by saying aye. All right. Go ahead on the
For the
meters.
water meters, do y'all want to keep the meters we have or go to the cellular?
You
I'll
say
make a
it's
motion, we
beneficial
go
to
with
do
the
the
cellular.
cellular?
It's beneficial for the software we already purchased, Mayor, and for what it's gonna do for the city and for the workers, it's gonna benefit. And the
Alright.
people can actually go, instead of calling for a profile, they can go on the app and look at their own water bill and see their usage and everything.
Mr. Lundell, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
Will you be able to know, or the customer go onto the app like each day and see what the consumption is?
Yes,
for each
you
day?
can go as many times as you want. You'll use your account number that's on your bill.
And you would add the cost of that just to the water bill for the customer?
Yes. It'll be $1. You're looking at roughly $1 per bill.
Okay, we got a motion and a
I'll
second.
make a motion.
To go to the computerized meters.
I'll second that.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Rondell.
$12,000 for the software.
Hey,
Ms. Huntley?
anything with with that fence yet on Laurel? Try to, that way we can either move that dirt or,
Oh, no. We're starting to move that.
we're gonna move it.
We have
Did we ever figure out with the property off of, between Overton and Legion? Back there, what is the church over there on Overton?
All right, look,
They-
I spoke with Ms. Conway, she's right here.
Mhm.
I spoke with her, and she would rather us leave it like it is. And I told her we would clean it, but she had a vehicle pass through the back and come through her yard. And if we open it up, it's just gonna have more of that.
Okay.
So she asked, and I went
And the
to
reason,
her.
and the reason why I asked is because Miss Mabel said that, the church, they were asking for it because there was some type of agreement that the city had, and I didn't know anything on it, to keep that clean, that way they could put that sewer pump in the back, because supposedly that's their property. I don't know.
It was an agreement made by Reverend Martin that he gave it to the city.
Okay, so.
That, yeah. This is way in.
Cleared a little bit behind my house, and actually there was a traffic.
So I don't know, I'm just asking because
Yeah.
it was brought to
And
my
I
attention.
spoke to her first because it's gonna affect her.
Right.
And when we started a little cleanup, and she said, look, a truck came straight through there, so we stopped.
Okay.
Ms. Pepper?
For the month of July, we lost 87 meters, 62 customers paid, and 25 still owed.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Buckles?
For the month of July, we responded to 156 service calls, repaired 19 leaks, and we had 32 work orders for profiles, but the majority of the meters, they're dead. Batteries don't work, so we couldn't download.
All right. Thank you, Buckles. Mr. Jones?
Only thing I have is for executive session.
All right, need a motion to go into executive session?